Hello and welcome to Mrs. Sassy Sunday Service. See, I got it. Mrs. Sassy Sunday Service. I like that. I might have to change it because Josh told me to. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I'm already having testicle difficulties. I'm trying to put my foot on something down here and it's not working. Anyway, you like that? I snapped and it cleared up. Anyway, welcome to my Sunday stream. I hope everybody is doing well today. It is officially hot as shit over here in Arizona. It says it's like 90, it's 95 already, and it's just now noon. So we're in for a long one, kids. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great week. We have lots of crazy stuff to talk about today, including we're going to start off with just my thoughts on the show Fallout. As somebody who's never played the video games and just watching the show, I'm what you call a normie. So we'll talk about it. So let's go through the comments, see who's here, see who wants to hang out with me, and then we'll kind of just chit chat. Like I said, I have a lot of fun topics today. Everything is orange today because we're going to talk about finding Trump's member, if you will. Somehow the media just thinks it's really funny to talk about Trump's penis, and that's okay. Like, that's completely acceptable. So I saw this clip on Jimmy Kimmel and it's just in poor taste, but what are you going to do? Everybody just does stupid shit for clicks and views and all that stuff. I'm not sure what James is talking about, but I have not been able to see the link that you're posting. So I'm not sure what's going on. Dempsey, good to see you. He just dropped a new album or song yesterday. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But if you want to drop the link in the chat to share with everybody, I have yet to listen to it, but I will. So if you guys want to check it out, Dempsey, go ahead and drop the link in here. Cajun Corey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Of course, my Josh, I love you, Josh. Good to see you. Here's my favorite white bear, Buenos Tacos Turkeys. But yeah, good to see you guys. I appreciate it. Yes, Cannoli would love some more Batman recommendations. He is on such a comic book kick right now that it's cute. I actually like the nerd in him. It's a good look. I like that he found a really cool hobby, and it's also something that, you guys really dive into here on YouTube, and I think it's just good for him. I kind of envy that hobby, if you will, because I don't really have anything quite like that other than talking about trans people, not just trans, you know what I mean. So anyway, thanks, Sexy. See, they have their own relationship going on, and I just step aside. Is this a joke? Because like I'm missing it, and I'm sorry. By the time we get to Sunday, I'm tapped out. So if I'm missing the joke, I apologize. Yo, Miss Sassy Butt, happy Sunday. Yes, thank you so much. That's the thing. It's weird all around. Hi, Black Lives. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Okay, so Tennessee is cold. I believe yesterday, Colorado, or the day before, their baseball game got postponed because of a massive snowstorm. And so unfortunately, like, we're getting hit with like a heat wave. See, 64 in Texas. 64 in Texas. Hey, Jacob, good to see you. Okay, if I can trust you, if you're going to drop like weird crap, then we'll see. But hold on one second. I can do that for you, but I have to go on my live stream. Hold on. Find you in where are the comments? Hold on. Where are you? Let's see. Hold on, James. Okay, I did that. So let's see if that works, James. Do what you got to do. Yeah, it's nice and cool everywhere else. Gord, good to see you. Good to see you, my pun king. 57. You're in Tennessee as well. That's right. Oh, it's 97 here when it should be in the 80s. There you go. That's why. And the thing is, oh, it was a song. So yeah, Dempsey, drop the link to your song here, please, so we can all listen to it. I can play it on here if you want. So let me know. Um, if you give me a wrench, everyone will see the link. Okay, well, I gave you a wrench. So let's see. Here's the new song. So I will pull it up and play it in just a little bit. Let me see. Let me pull it up here on YouTube and I'll save it. There we go. All right, I got it. I got it, Dempsey. Thank you. I'm at work. This place is so evil. It gives off no warmth. I'm very sorry about that. There's one of my favorites. Oh, you have a fever. I am so sorry, Shield Maiden. That is never fun. That is never fun. But sending you well wishes. Here's Janice up, boners. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing well. I figured Flaccid would be here for Trump's penis. Also, we do, if AJ does pop on, I'm still going through the chat. I actually do have a whole article about a school in Utah who is protesting against a bunch of people who are identifying as furries, and they're in middle school. So that'll be a fun one too. Look, everybody, 53, 46, 51, everybody's getting nice weather. Okay, let's see. What did you send here? Where is it? Feel free to play it if you want. Okay, James sent a link, but what is the title of this? Okay, I will check this. Turbo Cancers. Did I pull up the right one? That is awfully strange. All right, well, we'll look into that in a little bit. Yes, I will play it, Dempsey. Maybe I'll play it at the end of the show. We'll play it. That'll be our play out. But yes, I'd love to. Jamalamba, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. You are always welcome. I don't like when you're not feeling very well. It's just awful when you have a fever. Let's see. Just going to say hi to everyone. All right. Yeah, furry. I mean, it's weird. It's this whole group of people that like middle schoolers that have decided that they want to be identified as furries. So it's weird. So anyway, I don't know how much I'm going to talk about it because I'm just like really, not that I'm retarded when it comes to like shows and stuff, but let's see. So I did watch, why does it do this? I did watch Fallout and we finished it last night. And I do have thoughts on it. Now, I am a normie. I have no idea about the lore, the video game, any of that. So mine is completely like I went in with no understanding at all of any of it. And I liked it. I liked that Lucy was a strong female lead, and it's not like I had to see a strong female lead in order to appreciate the show. I will tell you that Maximus has no acting emotion whatsoever. It's the same face all the time, and I did appreciate him a little bit more towards the end. However, there's still such a lack of emotion from him. Like his face looks the same all the time. And he reminds me, I know somebody said that he looked like a black Justin Long, but I think he resembles to me the actor who played the Punisher, like a black version. Just in mannerisms. It's weird. It's really weird. But I don't know. Let's see. I liked it, but I'm not super hooked on the show. I have some issues with it. See, yes, Maximus is a crap character. I don't know why they put somebody in there. Now, I understand they did develop his character arc as it went on, and we did, and I'm not going to spoil it, if you guys haven't seen it, but at the end, he definitely did give us an idea of what his journey is going to be. But I just feel like there's a whole lack of emotion there. So I don't know. I'm not really loving Maximus. I do like Lucy. I love the ghoul. And Oh, you d oh, I did a review with Malty about okay, I'll have to look into that. Now that I've seen it, I didn't want any, spoilers or anything, so anybody that has talked about it in great detail, I didn't want, I didn't want any spoilers, but it's interesting. I like the concept. I will tell you though, and I and let me know if I'm alone on this. It kind of freaked me out just because of what's going on right now with our government and the money being given to other countries, and I just feel like there's something strange going on and they don't have America's interest at heart or best interest at heart. And so part of me watching this show last night kind of freaked me out a little bit because I could see our government doing something like this. Oh, yes, John Barenthal. Yes, which I think he's very nice looking. And I don't really feel that way about Maximus, but there is a resemblance there that I can't quite pinpoint. But yes. So yeah, yes, thank you, Dempsey. Yes. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why. Maybe it's when he doesn't have any emotion on his face because in The Punisher, John Barenthal was very like, he was pissed or he was just not unemotional, but he couldn't be happy, which I totally understand, and it worked for his character. Um, See, I turned my brain off for this as well, just because like I said, I'm a normie, but the character developments were strange for him, for Maximus. But like I said, going back to seeing our government, see, there you go. Vex would risk radiation to get plowed by the ghoul. I mean, hi everyone. Hi, Dom H. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, so okay. You know what? I have to start watching more shows. And so I need like, I don't know. I need to get more into all this stuff so I can talk about it more. Yes, Maximus was the worst part of the show. The actor was awful. I don't know if it was the actor that was awful or if it was just this. I don't know. I think the storyline was fine. I think that if you are somebody who wants revenge, I feel like you should act differently, a little bit more emotional. Yes, Walter Goggins is a great actor. I loved him in The Shield, and he is the best part of the show. Absolute best part of the show. You thought, see, everybody thinks Maximus was the worst part of the show. I entirely agree. I think, like I said, I think there needs to be more emotion there. I think the story was written well for him. I just feel like he needs to have a little bit more emotion. Hi, Hypnotic. Good to see you. I know you're a busy dude, so I appreciate you stopping by to say hi. I know that you're playing on Kick right now, right? So nobody leave here, but you can go watch Kick later. Anyway, so I think that Maximus's story is good. I like where he started, where he's coming from, what his journey is supposed to be. I just feel like he should be more passionate about things, a little bit more emotional about getting his ass kicked every day. He's just kind of like, what he does? He reminds me of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, where he's just like, well, thanks for noticing me. He's kind of just, get some more emotion, dude. So I had a decent time watching Fallout, but I suspect it doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Probably not. Now, like I said, I'm a normie. I'm just going in not knowing, oh, you disagree with cannoli? You're just mad at the world. You guys. Oh, thank you, Dom. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I do appreciate that. You'll get a little.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the support. It means a lot. Thank you guys so much. Oh, look, Vexy got a little gifted sub. Very nice. Hi, Gooch. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Sunday. The eye candy for me alone makes it one of the best. Okay, listen. Are you talking about, because I know how Vex and Nadia feel about the ghoul. Are you telling me that you guys feel some sort of way about the ghoul? Not Walter Goggins when he is himself or Coop, but when he's the ghoul. I just need clarification. I know a few people who played the games and know the lore, and they don't have great things to say. Okay, fair enough. Maximus has the weakest storyline, but his character makes sense when you apply actual character trait video game logic. Okay, the style of the show goes over everyone's heads, in my opinion. Yes, and Cannoli did explain to me your viewpoints, and what you said makes complete sense. How people tend to think things are woke, but if you look a little bit further into it, it actually contradicts that. So I don't want to explain it too much on here because it was what he was just explaining to me. So I don't know all the ins and outs, but when he explained it to me, it made complete sense. And that's not giving it a pass. I get it. I get it. Maximus is incompetent idiot that seems like he just fell into being in the brother, what is it? A BOS, Brotherhood of, why can't I say that? It's Brotherhood. Instead of wanting to be in the BOS since he was a child, he's a punk. I know, I've been hearing that too, that he's Finn 2.0. I think they were trying to make Maximus a stoic, emotionalist soldier, and it failed. I do too. See, it's the ghoul. Yeah, I know. And it's okay. I don't think any less of you. You know what wasn't a gifted sub? The one that went down to see the Titanic. Oh, shit. Yeah, Shieldwald, you are correct. Absolutely. Maximus was a retard. Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. He was supposed to be emotionless, but I think he should have had more anger. I think he should have been, but I understand why, because you understand his journey more so at the end. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but you do understand it more so at the end, as to what his journey is going to be. But I just feel like he could have allowed for a little bit more emotion on his way there. So anyway, overall, Fallout's fine. I will continue watching the second season because I'm interested. It was one of those things where we had watched 4 episodes and I'm like, I would really like to just finish it. Because I don't binge watch many shows. So I kind of just was interested in seeing how it. Thank you, Brotherhood of Steel. Thank you. Maximus took his armor okay, more like Brotherhood of Steel. I get it. Dude, your puns. You got to write a book. You really do. You got to write a book about puns. But that is true. I don't know. Like I said, I understood his hatred for everything, but it fell flat for me. Like, I guess I don't want to spoil it, but if something, never mind. Like I said, I'll spoil it. It's kind of like one of those things that, you're supposed to build these character arcs so you care about what happens to them. And there's certain things that you just don't care if they happen to certain people in the show. That's all I'm saying. The people are going to say something is woke because there's a lead female character, then POC or lead alphabet out. Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. I don't find that woke. So I agree with you. I don't. And then, like I said, Vex, I don't want to explain it for her because I'll mess it up. But Vex had a very, very interesting take on why people on the surface are going to think it's woke. But if you look further into it, it actually isn't. Aliens and Metroid would be considered woke if they came out today. Yeah, true. That's true. That is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. I did enjoy that line. That was true. Believe it or not, the main character, Lucy, isn't a Mary Sue. She has an actual character development, evil. Yes, so struggles and gets her ass kicked. So Cannoli and I did appreciate that because you have so many of these movies where these small women who, don't have much meat on their bones, all of a sudden are in these kick-ass scenes where they can just fight anybody. Well, in the very first episode, she got her ass handed to her. And I can appreciate that. So yes, you're absolutely right. She is not a Mary Sue at all. Yeah, I agree with Cannoli. Very good character. Very good character. Also, the power armor would not have locked him in when the power core was taken out. It has an emergency release in game and you can still move slowly in it. You just can't run. See, good to know. Those are the things that I don't know. And good to see you, Shieldwall. I didn't say hello to you. Thank you for hanging out. That makes sense. And see, those are the things that I would not know because I've never played the games. The show not getting the armor right after after the GOT, so much other thing kind of sucks. But they skate through oil spills and destroy all mans. Wait, Vex is a person of color, so she can't have an opinion on what's woke because she's woke adjacent. Exactly. There you go. Lucy is woke. Tell me you're retarded without telling me you're retarded. I agree. The problem is that I feel like certain groups just really try to reach, and they make themselves look really stupid with trying to reach. Plus, if this is a game adaptation, the characters are lower level at the beginning of the show than at the end. Okay. Makes sense. Cassie, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's always good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Yeah, so anyway, Fallout was fine. That's just from a normie's perspective. See, Cassie said it too. Lucy is definitely isn't woke. I agree with you. I listen, like I said in the beginning of the show, they had to throw in a they them. It was very subtle. I picked it up. I even had to tell Cannoli about it. It didn't really bother me because they did not make it a huge premise of the show. They really didn't. So I was fine. It was fine. It is what it is. That's our society now, but it wasn't overdone. Those groups make us look bad. I agree. They're getting worse and worse. I don't understand why we can't just have good old opinions and conversations without having to attack everything. The power armor lock kind of makes sense even with the release because Max doesn't know what the fuck he is doing with the suit, to be honest. Okay, that makes sense too. They got so many other lore things right in the show. They did that part right. Okay, Lucy, I got beat up. I should put some points into that so it doesn't happen next time. Yep. They had things that would appeal to both sides in the show, but the key is Fallout didn't virtue signal. I agree. Like I said, it wasn't obnoxious to watch. It was fine. Like I said, I didn't yeah, oh, you know what? That's a really really good point. I didn't even realize that. That's a very good point. Very good point. So try Fallout if you want. It's 8 episodes. The first 2 are incredibly long, but it sets it up, and it's good because those groups are actually built off the same logic brain dead lefties use. Yeah, unfortunately, it's true. Not everything has to be woke. There can be good things. For these shows, we just you listen. I know I'm one of the I like you have to go in with open minds, and I did. The like I said, the they them was extremely subtle, but I caught it. And but I didn't go, oh, okay, I'm not gonna watch it because they have a they them. It's fine. It was a good series up to the last 2 episodes. It just ended very lame. I kind of agree with you in the sense that there wasn't a huge climax at the end. I do agree with you. And there was so much going on that it kind of just fell flat for me. And I understand that it's going to continue and it's going to go on more, but it was very lackluster. I do agree with you. They had that BOS person that was with Maximus that no one was sure if they were a dude or a chick, but it's okay because they didn't bring it up, but they did in the first episode because when the head guy of the Brotherhoods of Steel or whatever the hell it is, was asking Maximus if he had anything to do with their injury. So they never said he or she. They always the head guy referred to that person as a they them. So that's when I caught it. Just in the beginning, and then it, like I said, it kind of just went away. So it was very subtle, very quick, and that was it. The huge climax was in the beginning. Lucy says, "Thanks, Mr. Raider guy." I know. No, yeah, I didn't realize it either. That Christopher Nolan's brother directed a few of those episodes. So it was interesting. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? You're so right. So we loved Westworld. The first, I forget when it got stupid. I want to say it was like the 3rd episode or the 3rd. season. The first season was phenomenal. If you guys haven't watched Westworld, highly recommend it. Such a different concept. Like, it was so original. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. So I highly recommend Westworld. Was Westworld season 1 a variation? It was so good, but holy shit, it fell apart. It did. It really did fall apart. Yeah, everybody, it was great. The first season of Westworld was outstanding. So it was season 3. Because I feel like it got woke and stupid, and the girl had to all of a sudden be in control of everything. And it was just like, it was really poorly written. And we didn't even watch season 3. Now, my father-in-law finished it. God knows why, but it was not good. Westworld TV show was based on an old movie with the same name. Okay, gotcha. It was good. It was really good. Adam Westworld would have been better. Jesus, Gord. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. All right, so I guess we should get to topics. It's been 27 minutes, but I wanted to talk about Fallout because, I finished it last night, and I thought I would give you my thoughts. But those are my thoughts. I'm a normie. I just watched it with no understanding of anything. Let's see. What season 4 started off good but fell apart in the second half. I was done with it then. Oh, you made it all the way to season 4? Okay, good for you. Good for you. Let's see. What do we have today? Oh, wait, let's I got the last episode of Fallout left. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm not going to spoil it here for you. I don't know. I guess I think it's good because you're always left wanting more, but I don't feel like there was, like I said, this huge climax at the end. There was a lot of loose ends tied up, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go into why we're here today, to be sassy. I have a couple of little funny, to open up the show like we like to do here. I'd like to I'll officially welcome all of you guys to the stream today, and by doing it, we'll do it like this. Make sure the volume is on.
Darling, there's a gay party, and you're invited. In fact, you're the guest of honor, darlings. We'll see you there at the gay party, you gay person. Welcome to the gay party.
I love Dandy. I have to tell you, Dandy is just my favorite because he does not pretend to be anything he's not. Oh, it's Flaccid. I know Flaccid's probably he probably left because I'm taking too long to get to Trump's penis, but we're going to get there. I do a 2-hour show. I don't want to blow my load very early on. Or, God, that whole thing was so strange in Fallout with, anyway, my mother-in-law's watching, so I don't want to say anything. Anyway, we have him, and then we have one more, because I love this guy. I love this guy. He cracks me up. Hold on. Make sure the volume's up.
Hey, you just got this message. You're gayer than the last.
Oh, hold on. It's quick. This is very quick.
Look, darling, you're not just gay. You're the gayest there is. Pass it on to your gay friends. Send it forward. Hey, you just got this message. You're gayer than the last. Look.
Oh, he cracks me up. I love him. I know you always, hey, that's how I roll on this show. Jump scares for the best of us. All right. So, before we get into Trump, let's talk about oh God, I have this wonderful video from our cake pop person who was supposed to have downstairs surgery, but it got postponed. And I want to say it might have something to do with having too much hair down there, is my understanding. So I have a video that they posted when they were having their downstairs hair removal session, preparing for bottom surgery. This is fun. You guys want to see it? Such a great time. They recorded this just so we can all be on the same journey. Okay, here we go. The sound's on.
Ooh.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Are we still on the cake pop bag?
We're further down.
We're further down now.
Yes.
What's underneath the cake pop bag? There it is. The floor? The ground?
The basement.
The basement. There it is.
You like that?
I like the basement.
Okay.
The basement of the cake pop factory. We're making cake pops upstairs. In my case, the factory is empty. What's above the cake pop factory?
Penthouse.
The penthouse.
Yeah.
I like it.
Penthouse.
There's the penthouse, the cake pop factory, and then the basement, which is where we are right now. We're in the basement. We're in the basement. We're in the basement.
We're in
Down
the
in the
sub-basement.
basement. Oh, the sub-basement? What's that? The sub-basement.
Below the basement.
Oh, I feel it.
We're in the wine cellar.
The wine cellar. I'm a vintage 1993. And this is just the beginning of this pain. I mean, once bottom surgery happens, this is nothing, but
You'll be okay, though. Everyone makes it.
yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make
You'll
it.
be fine. You'll be fine. You're tough.
I am. I'm very tough.
Pain will end.
The euphoria will begin.
Ooh.
There you go, guys. So that's our cake pop person who is explaining what they're going through and all of the different words they like to use to explain their downstairs area. I had to. I had to. We're keeping up on the journey with them. That is a nice compliment. I love Linda Ronstadt. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's a very nice compliment. Thank you. You're so sweet. He sounds like Buffalo Bill when he says basement. I know. It's disturbing, but that's what this person is doing to get their downstairs surgery. Like I said, it was postponed. I do continuously check on this person's journey, and I will keep you posted. Okay, so here's what you guys really all came for. Is we're going to go to a late night television show, Jimmy Kimmel, that basically is insinuating that they have a tray of penises. They're shaped like mushrooms. But Stormy Daniels, who basically the only thing that anybody can get Trump on is this whole hush money thing with Stormy Daniels. So Stormy Daniels now is making the media circuit because of Trump. I mean, get the hell out of here. So now she's on Jimmy Kimmel, and I think the girl next to her is a raging liberal lesbian. Not that there's anything wrong with a lesbian, but I think she's that broad from American Horror Story. I can't remember her name. The fact that doctors are allowing this insane person to harm themselves is criminal. The fact that the doctors are charging for the harm should be punishable in the most harsh ways. So yeah. Also, the insurance covers their surgery. Okay. They still have to pay like $4,500, but I have to say that's probably their deductible, which is like, I don't know. I mean, I do medical billing for a living. So you have like, say for instance, you have like, this person probably has like a deductible of like, let's just say they have a $4,500 deductible. Once they pay it out of pocket, the insurance will pay for anything else. So the fact that this is actually covered by insurance, but there's a lot of other things medically speaking that you have to get, like the things that we have to get prior authorizations for at our office for surgeries that are necessary and normal. And then they just hand out these gender reassignment surgeries like it's no big deal. So you're right. Real life with the real late night with the devil. So we're going to play this. It's already sort of played because when I pull up Instagram, for some reason, they don't have that little thing at the bottom where you can, what's the word? Rewind it. So this is Jimmy Kimmel showing Stormy Daniels a platter of penis mushrooms that are orange. And she has to kind of identify what Trump's member looks like. This is real professional, though. This is real professional. But if it was the other way around and somebody was talking about Joe Biden like that, I don't think that they would necessarily think that it was funny. They probably try to cancel them. All right, so here we go. So there you go. So those mushrooms, which one of them, might I add, looks a little less like a mushroom, if you will. So so she has to tell Jimmy Kimmel which one resembles it the most. See, from the woman that would do anything for money. I hope she gets sued for defamation along with the media. See, I'd love to see how you make fun of your own president. See, there are already comments there that are exactly what I'm talking about. It wouldn't be funny to ask this of Joe, because you'd have to ask, oh, gourd. Oh my gourd. It's like a hand grenade went off inside of Arby's. Oh yeah, no, I get it. I get what you're saying for sure.
Did you do this yourself?
We had an arts and crafts day here, and we put these together. So,
That is so disturbing.
if you had to, the lineup you mentioned, and picking it out of a lineup,
How is this okay? How is this acceptable? You're asking somebody who is a freaking slutbag horse, whatever, to identify what Trump's penis looked like for late night television. I wonder if they asked Ashley Biden to choose the type of shower. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is absolutely ridiculous.
of these mushrooms, orange mushrooms, would most represent the commander-in-chief of the United States military.
Can you hold it up so it's coming at me at the correct angle?
Yes.
Yep. So funny. We're just so funny. And how did Stormy Daniels make her career?
They might fall off, though. So. Oh.
Okay. So she picked the very first little nub. Okay. Which of these mushrooms are Joe Biden's penis? Wait, Joe Biden has a penis? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, okay, she is for the streets. That's what I thought. So we can glorify this and her by giving her a platform. That's great. Haha, I'm such a slut. Exactly. She thinks it's funny. She feels more comfortable with a lot of them looking down on her, obviously.
Is this the one?
It's a nubbin! A what? It's a nubbin! It's a little nubbin!
How would she know? She's a lesbian. Oh, well, maybe that's what she's used to seeing on, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Anyway, how would she know? She's a lesbian.
So for real, like this is not, you're not just picking one of the small, okay, well, this is not even the smallest one, but
No.
This is it, huh?
It's the most accurate depiction, yes.
Wow.
Oh, aren't we so funny? Aren't we so funny picking on Donald Trump? And the funny thing is, this is the only thing that we can get him on is suing him for this, because they're so adamant about trying to knock him out of the playing field that this is how low they have to go, mind you.
There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Well, if you want to go on another date with him, we'd be happy to pay for it.
Oh, you're so funny. Your shtick is so funny.
We're friends.
Remember when he used to be a man? Remember when he used to be on that show with Adam Carolla, the Man Show? Well, I don't think he's a man. I mean, come on. He went from the Man Show to this.
Will there be a sequel to the book?
Why Trump even looked at her alone, give her the time of day, is beyond me. Also, she is doing this because she can't do anything else but be a hoe. Exactly. And we have nothing else to slam on Trump except for this shit right here.
This is amazing. Wow. How about that? I feel like we've gained a perspective that Bob Woodward wasn't able to get in his book.
This sounds like the moanings of a scorned woman. She did not get picked, so she is lashing out at his penis. It's quite typical, actually. It is. It is.
That's for sure. I'm going to put this back in here. Well,
No, don't say put it back in.
Oh, God. just gets worse.
All right.
All right, well, there you go. I know. Imagine thinking Jimmy Kimmel is funny. He used to be great on The Man Show, but I think Adam Carolla was that whole show, and he's doing very well for himself. So, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, I guess you could say he's doing well because he's doing late night television, but he has definitely sold his soul. I don't think Adam Carolla necessarily has sold his soul, but this guy definitely has. He triggered her PTSD. Don't put it back in. Oh my God. You know, it's not like she isn't asking for it all the time with what she does for a living. I mean, give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Oh, speaking of delusion, here's some delusional things. We're going to talk about this is why our country is so messed up too. Because, you know, speaking of platforms, I know everybody gets a platform. I'm given one, obviously, but this person right here, the level of delusion, there is now gender seasons. So Kimmel is just doing what he can to stay in good graces of Hollywood. Yes, he absolutely is. But what's the cost? You know, I would not want to sell my soul for that. I would not want to be one of the sheep, to be honest with you. But absolutely. Don't talk about the miscarriage of justice in the court, making up rules as it goes. Let's get a whore on the show and ask her what size it is. Yep, that's how we roll these days, for sure. Me and my roommate hung out with one of the twin Juggies and her boyfriend for a few days. I told this story before. They were cool, and he was a soap star. Me hung out with one of the twin Juggies and her boyfriend. Okay, I'm confused. Help me clarify that. But for a few days, they were cool, and he was a soap star. One of the twin Juggies. She puts the ST and D in PTSD. Dude, you need to write a book. For real. For real. Better question. Why does anyone care about what random old whore thinks? Exactly. I could give two shits. I wanted to play that clip because it just goes to show how ridiculous our society is. Gender seasons, because one whole month wasn't a... No. So, no, it's... They're going to identify, like, with the season. So, like, a gender identity. We're going to play the clip. Twin Juggies. Oh, well, thank you for the clarification. I did not watch The Man Show enough to know the references, so I apologize. But yes, thank you very much. I just remember it being funny, and I did watch a couple episodes here and there. So thank you. But that's cool. So me and my roommate hung out with one of the twin Juggies and her boyfriend for a few. I told this story before. Okay, so he was a soap opera actor, her boyfriend. Gotcha. Okay. So no, apparently you can identify your gender along with the seasons. So we're gonna play this and we'll dissect it together. It's only 34 seconds. But for God's sakes. I like how it's titled The Level of Delusion in This Day and Age. And they always have a look, don't they?
Did you know, however, there is a gender identity that is linked to the seasons? This is called gender season. And this is a gender identity I've only just learned about. It's a micro identity.
Okay, so at this point, we're just making shit up. I mean, I know we've been doing it for a while, but we're just really going out on a limb here and making shit up. I wonder if this gender seasons have anything to do with what I played a couple weeks ago, where people have relations with nature, like screw trees and stuff. Remember we played that? I wonder if that kind of coincides. Yeah, I believe Josh sent me this video. Josh likes to keep me up and informed on these lunatics.
It's not an identity that I have ever heard discussed before.
Right, because it's fucking delusional. It's delusional. You're identifying your gender with the season. That's why you've never heard of it before, because it's fucking ridiculous.
It's a new one for me. Gender season is an individual who explores their gender identity in relation to a season or all the seasons. So this might be somebody whose gender expression and identity is linked to one season. So for example, winter. Or this might be somebody whose gender identity and expression changes depending on...
Okay. Wait a minute. Jonathan, God, he played Lucky Spencer. Dude, I used to watch General Hospital. Which Lucky Spencer, though? because there's been a couple of them. Jonathan Jackson was one of the Lucky Spencers. He played him for a long, long time. I think it's Jonathan Jackson. Wow, interesting. I used to love Lucky Spencer on General Hospital around 2000. All right, I'm going to have to research that. See the little picture of Karl Marx in the background? Yeah, exactly. These gender seasons have to do with insanity. These people used to get bullied into some form of normality. It's ridiculous, right? It's even worse than you assumed. I mean, the fact that this stuff is being put out there, even if it's clickbait, it's delusional. And there are people that are so impressionable that will think that this, maybe people think this is a real thing, but if it was a joke, you have people that are impressionable that think this is a real thing. Anime Night, good to see you. I hope you are well as well. So yeah, apparently your expression changes depending upon the season. Well, we already have that. It's called seasonal depression. Like sometimes people during certain times of year have depression. Like when things turn into winter, sometimes you have seasonal depression. I forget his name, but they were both from the Midwest and didn't like Hollywood. I'm going to research it after we're done. If it's around, he was Lucky Spencer around 2000. I want to say that was the one I'm thinking of. Anyway, let's finish this.
On the season. Did you know?
Okay, so that was a really quick. Anyway, so you can be your gender identity can be based on the 4 seasons of the year now. So you can identify with any of the seasons that you want. So congratulations. We're just getting deeper and deeper into the shit. Speaking of deeper and deeper into the shit, here's this one right here. So my conservative aunt that I follow, he posted his reaction to this, and I decided just to play the original one because I really wanted you guys to get the full idea of what we're talking about here. So this was posted just about 3 days ago. I don't know how old it is, even though it was just posted. But these are the people's preferred pronouns. Getty up because this one's a wild one, okay? Here we go. This is just, listen. These parents did not hug their children enough, I have to say. Still here, but listening since break is over. Well, thank you, Gord. I appreciate you. We're gonna talk about what your preferred pronouns are. And like I said, I really have to say these people needed to be hugged. So something happened. Oh, Josh has got a good one. It's spring, time to turn into a straight cis woman. Let's open that flower. Summer, slutty, gay, male, fall, they, them, color, change, winter. Time to be a hairy-legged lesbian. Dude, Josh, that's awesome. You're absolutely right. So it's springtime, so Josh is turning into a straight cis woman. I can't wait to see the pictures. And then he'll be a slutty gay male in the summer. Oh, I can't wait to see you evolve. Oh, it's going to be so sweet. So sweet. These people right here have it all figured out as to exactly how they identify. Once again, quite a bit of this is, it has to be made up. Oh, this is only 15 seconds. I wonder if the other one's longer. If it is, I will pull up his reaction. Because his one might be longer. Okay. Hey, Zax, good to see you. I am so sorry that you have just battled so much with your voice. I feel terrible. I really wish there was something we could do to help you, like a throat transplant or something. I don't even think this is rim job associated anymore. I really think that you might have what Michael Douglas has in the throat. Anyway, good to see you, Zax. I hope you get better soon. I do miss Circle of Jerks. Have you seen the most ridiculous trial where a woman claims she got pregnant with twins after giving a guy from The Bachelor to, oh my God, no. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. That would be interesting to investigate, though. All right, so these delusional idiots are going to tell you what their pronouns are. Make sure that volume's up.
Gender, queer, trans, masc, and queer. What's
gender, queer, trans, masc, and queer. Okay, just so you guys get that.
Trans masc. Trans masc is like People, I use he, him pronouns. Yeah, and I use he, they pronouns.
He, they. I identify as a lug nut. Hang on. I'm going to see if the other one that I have, if it's longer, because I don't know what he's doing anymore, Josh. I really don't. I'm concerned now. I mean, I have known Zach's for like 2 years, right? Under this whole situation. And I feel like he's been sick for most of them. Let's see if this one's longer, because this is my guy. This is a minute 47. So he's going to react to it, but it's a longer video. So let's pull this up and see. I love this guy. Now, this guy is gay, but he doesn't want to be associated with the alphabet mafia. His flag is the American flag. So I love this guy. I think he's great. Jacob Young played Lucky Spencer from 2000. Jacob Young. Hold on. I got to Google it. Thank you, Shield. Well, I appreciate you. Hold on. I have to look this up now. Jacob Young. That's not the one I was thinking of. Jacob Young. Oh, he did play Lucky for a minute. Okay. All right. Yeah. He wasn't my favorite Lucky Spencer. Let me see if it was Jonathan Jackson's the one I was thinking of. Jonathan. I can't spell Jackson. Yep, it is Jonathan Jackson. That's the one I was thinking of. He played Lucky Spencer. Let's see. Does it have his date? I'd have to look up IMDb. Hold on. Anyway, he played Lucky Spencer for probably the longest, and he won 5 Daytime Emmy Awards. Yeah, he played Lucky Spencer the longest, and I enjoyed him the most. All right, so let's look at this really quick. So like I said, I really love this guy's take. He doesn't have any time for any of this bullshit. So this is a minute 47. So I gather we get more of this interview than we did on that cut. So hang on one second. Let's pull this up. I love his reactions though. He has no time oh dude, AJ. Okay. Since you're here, after this, I am going to play the story about a school in Utah that is fighting against a group of middle schoolers who dress up as furries every day. And the school is getting very annoyed with it. The students are protesting. So I'm so glad I waited. If you want to stick around, I will play that next. And we'll dive into the story of furries in middle school. It's a real story. Megyn Kelly covered it. All right. We're going to play this real quick, and then we'll move on to that. Okay. Anyway, like I said, we're going to, I have to play this because it's longer and his reaction is pretty funny. Let's find, here we go. So once again, what are your preferred pronouns?
Genderqueer, transmasc, and queer.
What's transmasc?
Transmasc is like people under the non-binary umbrella identifying like or presenting masc.
Masculine?
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm trans and my sexuality is unlabeled. I use he, him pronouns. Yeah, and I use he, they pronouns.
Okay. Fluid. Fluid.
Can you explain what that means to me a little bit more?
Whatever turns you on.
Pronouns.
She, her, it. I feel like honestly, it should not be a bad thing. Like I've talked to people with they and them. I'm like, well, in the grammar of things, how would you want to represent yourself? I was like, I mean, I guess it, because it's like you're it. You're the it.
Oh, you're
like
it.
It shouldn't be a bad name.
This is it.
Owned.
Oh.
Gay. Yes.
We know.
Yes.
We already know, babe.
She.
Thank you.
I guess you could call me gay. I'm
He doesn't
homoflexible,
know.
really. I do like some women, but mostly men.
Oh, I thought there was more than two.
Identify
Okay.
as a man.
Oh, there's AJ's furry friends. There we go. I wish the screen was bigger. I am so sorry, but there's AJ's furry friend. Blow up the screen if you have to.
As far as sexuality is concerned, I'm kind of open. Like, I mean, if you excite me, then you excite me, you know?
I will forever support a child who wants to do whatever they want with their whatever. And I will always be there for any children who want to pursue drag.
And this guy, too, is all for protecting kids' rights. And he does not like anybody supporting kids transitioning. This guy will fight to the bitter end for it.
LGBT in any sort of way, I will always support them.
Yeah, I think that's amazing because when they're young and they're able to express themselves like that, they're gonna grow older and be even more like amazing human beings and like destigmatizing that like.
We're so screwed, kids. We are so screwed. It's awful. It is awful. So yeah, that's a group of people who identify as whatever the fuck. That's what we're going to sum it up as, whatever the fuck. Well, we're going to transition quickly before we lose AJ and talk about this furry story. Hold on one second. Let's get rid of that. Oh, we'll play that next. Oh, here we go. The description of the video is called Furries Issue at Utah Middle School. Okay, this was posted 2 days ago. Hi, Dirty Jersey. Good to see you. It's okay. Better late than never. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Part of the problem with society today is that these people were never told no as kids. Exactly. Oh, which pissed you off? The furry thing? The furries issue at the middle school. If you let a kid do whatever they want, they will grow up to be a self-centered, selfish tyrant. Exactly. There has to be boundaries. First of all, hug your children. Don't give them participation trophies. Let them know that failure is evident. It's going to happen, and teach them how to deal with it. That's all. It's tough. It's really, let me tell you something. Being a parent right now is the absolute toughest thing in the entire world. Absolute. I've been through so much shit in my life. I can't even tell you. You can go watch Jay Gooch's stream when I was on there and I cried about it. But I've been through a lot, through hell and back. But the hardest thing I've ever had to do is be a mom in this day and age, in this society with all this bullshit. So anyway, trying to figure this out. Oh, hi. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you are well. Trying to fix my necklace. Everything. There we go. Yeah. I do. Thank you. I appreciate it because I definitely try to highlight these things. I think that it's very important that we protect our kids and we also direct them to know what is right and wrong. Like everybody just, oh, you feel this way. Okay, we're going to capitalize on that. And I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it. Yeah. It's the new wavy parental techniques. You're perfect just the way you are is a very destructive sentiment. It tells them that they don't need to grow as a person. Yeah, you know what? It is. Like, I try to tell my daughter she's perfect the way that she is because she struggles from a, oh my gosh, words are just leaving, self-esteem standpoint. So I think that verbiage or that term is appropriate in certain circumstances. But I also feel like you're not as perfect just the way you are in the sense of learning and growing as a human being. But looks and self-esteem wise, I think sometimes that's okay. As long as they're healthy. Like, I'm not going to tell my kid that's 600 pounds that she's perfect the way that she is, if she ever got to that point. So yeah, I do agree with you, but I do think that that statement is okay in certain circumstances. At least some people are fighting back, but it's insane. It got to the point where they're freaking encouraging this crap. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. A single dad of 12 and 10-year-old ain't no picnic. It's not. I mean, I'm married and do this along with Cannoli, and she just turned 16. And it is not, I mean, congratulations to you for being a single parent, because being a married parent is no picnic either. So props to you for doing it single, man. It is hard out there. Hi, my friend. Good to see you. I'm definitely going to drop your link in the chat. Left Eye and his lovely wife have a show later today. I usually try to promote everything at the end, so I will promote this at the end for you. But good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oldest Gamer, good to see you. We're just now diving into furries. at a middle school. So we're going to unpack this together. It's a 3-minute clip. I have not watched this, but I watched about a first minute of it. So I understand the concept of it, but I just felt like that was something that we really should talk about because, and I think it's interesting that this happened in Utah of all places, because isn't Utah heavily Mormon and heavily religious? So the fact that they're allowing this, or I don't know, let's unpack it together. So hold on one second. No, congrats. I do what I got to do, the dad thing. I know. And I love you for that, because a lot of people don't have to. I mean, they should, but people just feel like they don't have to. Like they don't take responsibility for being a parent. So I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think furries should be subject to hunting laws for their animals. Exactly. All right, let's share this. Let's unpack this whole thing right here. All right. So Megyn Kelly did a story, part 1, furries issue at Utah Middle School. So I gather there's more parts, but we'll start with this.
Kids who claim that they are furries in this class. It's the Mount Nebo Middle School, though for the record, the school superintendent or spokesperson is pushing back on the claim, but I'll let the viewers decide. You can listen to the children protesting.
Oh, hi, Shaka Zulu. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got to meet you in person. It was wonderful. I don't think AZ Valley of the Sun has a lot of furries. God, good Lord, you would melt. The fact that animals don't have human rights should restrict all of this. I agree. What happened to having a dress code at school? Yeah, I don't understand how they're getting away with this. Hi, love. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate you. All right, back to furries. AJ, you better be here.
Their presence outside. What happened was the children in Payson, Utah, were having a walkout over the students who are in this school wearing animal costumes and allegedly identifying as furries.
Okay, first of all, let me just go out on a limb here. If you are a middle schooler and you are dressing like this, that means that your parent is purchasing this item for you, and your parent is letting you walk out the door with this on. So your parents are supporting this. So while I blame the children, I blame the parents even more for allowing this to happen for their children. This is not appropriate at school. We go to school to learn, okay? We send our children to school to learn, not for a fucking parade, okay? This is ridiculous. This is the parents' fault right here. A child is not going to know any better. In middle school, you're very impressionable. I don't know about you, but 13 years old is like middle school, and that is the most awkward age you can be. You feel awkward, like you're because I use this word, Liz. You're transitioning into becoming a young adult. You know, you're 13, you're now a teenager. I remember looking and feeling very awkward. We just don't quite fit into where we are. So I feel like 13 is extremely impressionable, right? So it's up to the parents to guide them. And if you're allowing your kid, let me tell you something. Are we looking at real costumes here? Is this actually like what they're wearing? How much money is it to buy something? Like, that's good quality costumes. So how is this being allowed? How is this being allowed? Every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. 100%. The parents are buying their kids. Oh my God. I hope not. In my day, you get your ass whooped wearing this in middle school. Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing too. My daughter, when she was in middle school, I don't even think you were allowed to wear Halloween costumes because they could be offensive, or they had all these rules as to why you couldn't wear Halloween costumes on Halloween. But yet this is appropriate. 100% the parents' fault. Absolutely. I almost agree. Yes, the parents bought it, but I knew a bunch of kids, females mostly, who would change clothes after leaving for school. Very true. You're absolute 100%. You're 100% correct. Yes. So I do see the flip side of this. These are probably for adults. I doubt the kids are wearing this at school. This is ridiculous.
They claim that these so-called furries are growling and biting them.
Okay, growling and biting. Okay, all I know is that when my daughter was in preschool, if they didn't understand much of anything, so sometimes kids, because they didn't know how to express their emotion, would bite another kid or hit another kid. So you have middle schoolers that know right from wrong, who are biting their friends. Cool. Oh no, parents are buying their kids sex toys and condoms. I know of parents doing this for kids as young as 14. Their argument is they'd rather have the toy than sex protection. Oh my God. Dude, I was class of 98 as well. Congratulations. We're old. We're very old. You've got to be effing kidding me. As a parent of a 16-year-old, I would never, ever, 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 ever do this. Now, I will say our daughter is on birth control, but not for that reason. It's for her periods. They are destructive, absolutely destructive. So, there is a there's a downside to putting your kid on birth control at such a young age, but I'm also very open with my kid and I teach my kid right. And I trust her 100% not to get into circumstances like that. But holy shit, that I could never imagine giving my daughter a sex toy at 14. Never. Sorry. Nope. There's other things at 14 to concentrate on, and that's not one of them. Give them another fucking hobby, for God's sakes. Like, if you buy this for your kids, you're encouraging your kids to, because here's the thing. They're going to experience that and they're going to want more, and the toy's not going to be enough. You're right. It's opening the door for a massive problem. Massive problem. Wow. That I am dumbfounded. Exactly. See, there you go. Man, this is wow.
Them at school, growling at and biting them in school. And the children, again, this is middle school, have had enough. This is a clip that we have here. Hold on a second. I'll get you who it's from. I think it's.
These are 13, 14-year-olds that this is happening with.
Life is Driving posted this. Adam Bartholomew on X. Take a listen to these kids.
We the people, not the animals. We the people, not the animals. We the people, not the animals.
We the people, not the animals. Is that what they're saying? We the people, not the animals.
The people, not the animals. We the people, not the animals.
The furries were attacking you guys in class. Is that right?
Yeah, they bite kids. They bite people.
They're biting people. Holy shit. I'm going to tell you right now, if this shit was going down when my kid was in middle school, I would be right there in the principal's office. I would get all the parents together and nip this shit in the butt. This brave new world. Jesus. Now you had to protect your kids from drugs in school and all of that stuff. And now you have to protect your kids from furries. Holy shit. Yeah, let's start it. Absolutely, Black Lives. Absolutely. Let's do it. We have a lot of unnecessary people. You know what? Maybe Fallout had the right idea of bombing and saving maybe the better people in their vaults. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to clean house. See? AJ kept his weird animal shit at home, which you should. Your fetish or whatever you enjoy shouldn't be everybody, but you're biting people? You're biting people.
They will bite ankles. The principal doesn't make them get in trouble. Yeah. All the principal says is just be kind.
All the principal is saying is be kind. So you need to be kind to the people that are biting you, that are wearing furry costumes. Gotcha. Perfect. How are they even let middle schoolers walk out of class and protest? When I was in school, you couldn't leave the classroom without permission. These schools have no control over anything. But in all fairness, don't you think that walkouts have been around for a long time? Like even back in the 60s, 70s, kids would protest. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm uneducated, but I do feel like there have been multiple walkouts. Maybe it's more in high school than it is in middle school. I think this is the first time I've actually heard of a middle school walkout. Yeah, I do. I do. And I kind of think that, you know, what happened in 2020 was one of them. Just saying.
Nice. Be nice.
And how else do they attack you guys?
They either bite us, they scratch us,
They bite us and they scratch us. See, walkouts are standard form of protest. We had walkouts my junior year of high school. So yeah, I do think you do not need to go out, Zelda. Relax. I do think walkouts have always been kind of a thing, but traditionally more with high schools. Yeah, in high school maybe. But what are the chances of these kids were prompted to do this? Interesting. That's a good point too. You always have to wonder. You always have to wonder with this stuff.
They pounce on us. And then they run on all fours and pounce on people. Go near them within like a 10-feet circle.
I really wish they would have had subtitles on this because everybody's kind of talking over each other or captions just to kind of figure out. And I don't believe I have any option on this video for that. But there's a lot of kids. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't let me full screen speed. No. Yeah, same. I mean, but that's the problem too. Maybe the parents just don't care. Maybe the parents have gotten to the point where they're going to support their kids with whatever they want to do because society has made you feel like, especially in California, you know, there was that law, and I don't know to what degree, but it was like if you don't support the transition of your child, that your child can be taken away from you. May have been prompted by the parents who were sick of their kids being bitten and scratched. True, it could have been prompted by them because I think maybe the parents could protest, but I think the kids coming from them would be more heard. If a child has bites and scratches from a parent, CPS would separate them immediately, yet they have kids go to school, get bitten and scratched and say, oh, be kind to the kid that hurt you. Right. It's such a double standard. That's what I'm saying. We're protecting these lunatics all the time.
Otherwise, the teachers will come and get mad at us.
Okay. How old are the kids that are dressed like furries?
They're like 11.
11.
12. They're 13, and they shouldn't be allowed to.
11, 13, 14.
The principal hasn't put a stop to this.
Because her daughter is a furry, and she supports it. And she.
Wait. I want to say it sounded like the principal's daughter is a furry and she supports it. I want to say that's what it sounded like. It's really hard because everybody's talking over each other, but I think that's what they said.
If we get bit or something, they get mad at us. We get suspended, not that.
Okay, so what this child is saying is if they get bit by a furry, they get in trouble.
Even if they weren't us to do anything, we get suspended.
All right, you heard the allegations. They run on all fours. They pounce on us. They bite us. They eat their lunches out of bowls. I'm going to be honest. I saw this at first because I've heard more and more reports of this. It happens at colleges and it happens at younger schools now. And I thought, is this one big punk? Is this the one big punk by these kids? Because this is so outlandish. But no, it's being reported on by all the local news stations. And the school district spokesperson has issued a statement. They're trying to downplay what's happening, but they're not denying that there's an issue. They're saying, no students, they claim, are coming to school dressed in full body animal costumes. That's the distinction. Some come wearing headbands that may have ears on them. They claim they don't describe themselves as furries.
Okay, so real quick, my daughter back in probably elementary school would wear cute little headbands. Oh, white bears. This is your color. She used to wear cute little headbands with like ears on them because it was cute at the time. But she didn't identify as a furry. It was a cute little, like, headbands with the little cat ears. I mean, it's the same thing as the headphones with the little cat ears on them. It didn't mean that she was a furry, but she also didn't bite and scratch people and identify as a furry.
That's not an effective denial. I believe the children. You guys have kids. You can tell those 11, 12, and 13-year-olds. Like, that's legit. They've got examples at the ready.
Yeah, the parents condone this because their suits go for. That's what I was saying. AJ. I'm like, this has to be the parents' fault because how does a middle schooler afford? Now, I don't know if those are the actual quality of the costumes that they're showing in this video, but those look hella expensive. Like, Cannoli and I wanted to dress up as Sasquatches on a Halloween stream, and I didn't even want to shell out the money that it costs to get, just like a Sasquatch jumpsuit thing. So if my child wants to go play in traffic, yeah, you should. Absolutely. Because then you're depriving your child of any experiences. Yeah, our society is broken. We're tolerating this because we become soft. We become very soft. And I have to say, without getting too political, our country has gone soft because I feel like our government has allowed people to be soft. We're letting anybody in. We're paying for everything for everyone who doesn't want to do anything for themselves. We cater to everybody just wanting to play the victim all the time. So yes, this is one more thing in the step of making us all these little sheep. At least the cars don't misgender me, Mom. Yeah, they crush all humans equally. I like that. I like that. They might describe themselves as a Therian. There's a kid at my mom's school that identifies as a Therian. 4th grade. Tell me it's not initiated by the parent. What the fuck is a Therian? And how would a 4th grader know that? You're absolutely right. I'll deprive my kids of the ability to walk for a few minutes before they wear stuff like that. Absolutely. Hit the like button if you want to hit a life experience. This is just really disturbing on so many levels. I wouldn't say initiated by the parents, Josh, because I'm sure the friends are encouraging and educating one another. I agree with that too, but where are these kids getting these ideas to talk about in the first place? Yes, they're encouraging and educating one another, but at 4th grade, how do you even know about this? Probably social media too. We have that cake pop person who is making fun videos with banana splits about getting their dicks chopped off. So maybe that's it. And maybe they just create their own. Yeah, that's because the softies vote for them. Absolutely. That's true. A Therian identifies as a species of non-human animal on every level except physical. They often engage in their animal. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, so that's actually, you guys copy and pasted the definition. So there is an actual whole ass definition. Interesting. Yeah, I know. You're right. It's TikTok. You're right. Absolutely. But it's also up for the parents to know what their kids are watching and educate them that this is bullshit and that this isn't wrong. Negligence is as bad as encouragement. Agreed. And I think that's what's happening here too. I'm a sci-fi convention brat. School would give my mom shit about that in the 80s. Now in 2004, this shit. I know. Absolutely. I'm trans. Do whatever you want all the time. This is it's true. That's exactly the way it is. Parents need to put their phones down and protect their children 110%. Josh, we just used to call them retards. Yeah, you do. You have to know every little thing that your kid is doing. And, yes, we want to trust our kids too, and we want to give them that independent freedom, but it's up to us to educate them first to know what's right and wrong. Like I said, I talk to my kid a lot about what we see and what's going on and everything, but it is ultimately up to her to make the decision that works for her. I don't want her to be my little parrot. I want her to have her own thoughts and ideas and ideologies on stuff. However, bye Shieldwald. Good to see you. Take care. However, my daughter will watch things and she'll pick up the woke behavior and the things that are like not necessary in a show. And that's up to her. She can feel however she wants. The internet, you can stumble upon a furry degeneracy quite easily. Just type in any Pokemon. Oh, see, that's why, because kids really like Pokemon. That's interesting. That'll do it right there. Absolutely. How many of these kids have a mom and a dad with a stay-at-home mom, I wonder? It is hard, though, to have only one working parent. Things have gotten so expensive that both parents have to work. They do. That is why they say it takes a village to raise a child. I could not have raised my daughter without my in-laws. They play a huge role in my daughter's life, a huge role. And it's important. And they have very good values and morals, and they really have helped mold my daughter into who she is. This kid, female, thinks she's a wolf. Wolf ears, licks her hand. Oh, the kid at the school. Your mom's school. This kid who's a female thinks she's a wolf. Wolf ears, licks her hands, walks on all fours. The school stops it, but she always tries to be a wolf. I'm glad the school stops it. Oh, you're making meatballs? Cannoli would love some meatballs. My 12-year-old wanted a smartphone. She has a flip. I laughed at her. You know what? So Cannoli does feel like we made a mistake in getting our daughter a phone at an earlier age, but we had a lot of other things going on, and we wanted, I don't know, we had our own reasons, but it definitely didn't help in what she was eventually going to go through mentally. And so I think had we waited a while, she still would have struggled mentally with a lot of things, but I think it might have been in a different way, if that makes sense. How do parents have the right to tell their kid don't run with scissors, but not the right to tell them you can't cut that off? Good point. Exactly. Because you have to be supportive. There was and will always be weirdos like furries. Problem in mainstream and government is embracing them, making them propaganda. Couldn't do this stuff at a ghetto black school. I just don't think you should be able to do it at any school. It sounds like the George Carlin skit about child worship. Weak parents let their kids do whatever they want. God, George Carlin, man, he hit the nail on the head every single time. If you look back at his comedy now, man, fuck, he knew what was happening. He knew what was coming. He knew what was coming.
Would like to walk us through them. They're holding up signs that read, compelled speech is not free speech. They're supported by their parents, who are also very angry. And the most telling part was, why do you think they do this? And the kids said, they want attention.
There you go. I will look for part 2, and we can play part 2 next week. Unless there's a part 2 that I can find right now. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's see if there's a part 2. So this is Dr. Oh, I wonder if I could just pull up the Megyn Kelly show. Hold on one second. Or unless he has a part 2 here. Oh, yeah, here you go. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this, part 2.
I mentioned the guy who posted that video, and I said to my team, go figure out whether this is a real story. And it is. I mean, as I say, it was on the local news, and the school itself issued a statement on it. This is absolutely unbelievable, but then not, because I've been hearing these stories.
You are 100% correct. You're 100% correct. I've raised my daughter to where she actually likes to spend time with me. And if we don't spend enough time together, she gets upset. Like, we spent all of Friday together, and we did some stuff yesterday together, and she's 16 and she still likes to hang out with her parents. So you also need to be the type of parent where your kid can come to you with anything as well. But you also need to have that fine line to where you are a disciplinarian too. I think too many times, and I've been a victim of it, we try to be friends with our kids, but it doesn't always work out. So, yeah.
You have a friend who's at NYU who has been witnessing this firsthand. As I mentioned, I have another friend who's seeing this, actually a friend who saw this come into her store where the daughter wanted a dog collar and a leash. Okay, I mean, we could keep going.
Let me tell you something. If my daughter came up to me and said that she wanted a dog collar and a leash, I would listen. Here's my rule. When you get to a certain age and you can purchase certain things on your own, then you can be whoever you want. But my money is not going to support you to be a fucking retard. I'm not going to support it. I am sorry. I'm not going to support it. Like, for instance, my daughter talked about wanting to vape when she was younger. Peer pressure, a lot of people doing it. Granted, she unfortunately did it behind my back. That's a whole nother story. But my rule is when you're old enough to buy the stuff yourself, to vape, smoke, do whatever you want, that's on you. I've tried to do my job as much as I could up to a certain point. I've given you all the tools that you need. You're on your own. But if I would never buy my daughter a dog collar. We have a dog. She's an actual dog. That's enough in my house. I want a dog collar and a leash. How about my belt instead? Black moms or Mexican moms, they use the chancla, which is the flip flop. Italian moms use the spoon. Yeah, absolutely. It all comes out. I don't know what you white moms use, but tell me in the chat. But that's how we were raised. That's how we were raised.
And amazingly, I think it's the local ABC.
Oh, well, look who's popping up on the fucking holy shit. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel again. Oh, spoon. You got, wooden spoon. I got hit with the wooden spoon. If humans can be dogs, isn't that just slavery? Probably. Son, you don't like me, that's fine. It's not my job to be like. It's my job to raise you right. 100%. 100%.
Affiliate Jim, you're going to be glad you went second. Track down an actual furry to comment on whether this is appropriate. I give you the wisdom of Strudel.
Thank you. This is Strudel, a member of the furry fandom. Though they've been a furry for over a decade, they have their own opinions.
It's crazy that it's escalated to this point where these kids are being so distracting to their peers that their peers want to stage a walkout or to have, the next.
I really need to do a deep dive into this furry fandom. I don't understand. I don't understand this fascination, and I'm not disrespecting it. If you're an adult and you want to do this, that's fine. I feel like it's distracting for children in school. If you want to do this at home, fine. But there's a time and a place for behavior like this, and school isn't one of them. But anyway.
Next generation kind of.
Whoa. I just read the comments. We had a girl whose parents fought for her to have a litter box at school. Holy shit. Holy shit. Strudel knows what's up. Sassy, why would an adult doing this be fine? Okay, let me clarify this. It's not fine, but to each their own. And it's not up to me. I can think that this is wrong, but if you're dressing up as a furry and you're not hurting anyone, that's fine. But when the children are dressing up as furries, it's not appropriate in school. They're biting and scratching people. I don't know what goes on in the furry community as an adult, but what I'm saying is when you're an adult, you're free to make your own decisions. And if this isn't hurting anyone, fine. Why I knock on transgender and all of that other shit is because they are trying to indoctrinate children. If this group is doing the same thing, then I will disagree with it. This is just me on the surface, not knowing too much about this, but I wanted to talk about this because children are misbehaving, thinking that they're fucking animals when they're not, and the parents are supporting this. The parents should, there's a time and a place for this behavior. And I mean, and it's as an adult when you can make your own decisions, buy your own thing, and deal with your own consequences. One of our close friends showed up to her niece's school in a furry costume in the car line. She has never been so embarrassed in her life. We've not brought it up to her ever since. Oh my gosh. I almost see no difference between this and cosplay. The only difference is that these people are violent children, not consenting adults. Okay, so there's my point. Thank you, Dempsey, for helping me state my point. Yes, there's violent children, and then there are people that are just doing this as a hobby. And if it's not perverted, disgusting, and they're not harming people or children, then I'm fine with it. I'm not fine when you start trying to get children to think that this is okay, and it's disrupting other people's education. Some kids really just want to go to school to learn. In her brain, she thought it was cool. This is what happens when you live on internet forums. That's true. Yeah, this is like cosplay or the suits adults wear at Animal AM. Well said. I started watching Black Sails and Captain who talk about shame being integral to society. People don't understand. Well, that's true too. And here's something else that I feel like And I'm not excusing this behavior. I'm not, by any means. However, reality right now is so incredibly tough. Like, after yesterday or the day before, when we got that information about all this money being sent to other countries and the fact that I'm afraid that the election is going to be, I don't feel like our country is going in a very productive direction. And then you watch things like Fallout, and it really screws with your head. It really makes you scared about our future. I have a 16-year-old. I am scared for her future. So I understand people that want to escape reality. It makes sense when you don't want to live in your reality. I get it. As long as it's not harmful to people, then fine. Character suits worn at Disney or Six Flags, now wanting to smash in them is weird, but hey, okay, so that's where it gets weird. The sexual fetish of these costumes. I agree. These furry people's rights stop where other people's bodies begin. I'm not sure when that was lost in the mix. That's the thing too. Everything is just, it's weird. Yeah, if you're an adult, whatever, but we're talking about children and our society is tolerating. That's the thing. We're not protecting our children. This is just another example of us not protecting our children. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, it scares me in the sense that I almost feel like it would be an improvement. But the direction our country is going in right now, I understand why people want to escape reality. I told Cannoli on Friday, I'm like, I just don't want to do it anymore. Things are only going to get more difficult. Then I don't know. I understand why people don't want to be around for it. Like, what are we working towards? We are no better than the old world. Exactly. Same here. Worried for Gen Z and Alpha, but my children's peers are based. Seriously. Well, good. I just worry. I worry, you know. Remember when they say beware of a parent's wrath when you go after their children? What happened? Did your balls drop off, Joker? That's true. These parents have all gotten soft too, and they just let their kids dictate whatever they want. All I've heard is these furry suits smell bad because no one understands how to wash them. It's like a regular nerd meetup with trapped BO. Yes, I agree. We've reached peak society and it's over now. It scares the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. Can I say the thing we're all thinking but not saying? I get hot enough during the sexy time when naked. I sure as hell don't want to wear a large furry costume. 110%. And I agree with Whitey. The smell alone would just completely turn me off. I know smells are a big thing with me when you're having intimacy. You need to, no, absolutely. So Josh, you're absolutely right. My daughter tries to hang out with, kids that are but she also, has her own opinion. And if somebody doesn't like, my daughter tries not to talk about all that stuff. The smell, I know, I'm telling you. As a Zoomer, you have no idea how relieved I was to hear that one of my peers was a Republican. I'm generally atypical, but I respect Republicans who don't hide. Yes, you're here to speak for the people. Nobody wants to tell their fans at the meetups they stink, but maybe they should. Well, apparently that can be an issue. I didn't notice it, but apparently a couple weeks ago there was some issues in Vegas. Anyway, let's finish this and then we'll see how much
of muddy our name and not represented very well. It is kind of disappointing.
Strudel believes there should be some limits.
Continue doing things you like, continue dressing up, continue making art, but maybe let's keep it outside of school hours.
Strudel makes a lot of sense. Strudel's gesturing with her big paws.
No.
See, keep it out of schools. See, why not? Why can't we just do that? I hear these kids at the bus stop. It sounds like a 2008. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, Sassy, I was going to ask you, but best not out. I didn't. I might have been too intoxicated, but apparently there were other people that had some opinions. So I guess I need to pay better attention. We are not the greatest country on earth, yet we promote that men can be women and humans can be dog. We are the greatest country on earth. You know what though? Lately, I'm starting to think that we're not the greatest country anymore. Honestly, I really have a lot of issues with the direction that we're going in. And don't like it. I feel like all of our voices are trying to be taken away and all of our freedoms. And like Cannoli said, in 10 years, you know, we can all line, I don't know if it's 10 years, but end up in bread lines. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It scares me to think that something like Fallout could happen. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. No, I know. I'm not going to name the whole world is screwed right now, to be honest with you. So there isn't one, but I'm saying that we might be the greatest country still out of everyone, but I'm certainly not thinking it's as great as it used to be. And you guys can't disagree. I mean, it's not good. Yes, there is nowhere else to go. We must protect what we have. I agree. And I don't feel like the current people in charge have our best interest at heart. Now, granted, I feel like they're all in cahoots together, but I just feel like we are not being protected as much as we should be. And there he is. Oh, Nas, it's always a pleasure to see you, my love. I hope you're doing well. He comes in right during the furry segment. We have a lot of uniqueness here, especially geographically. There hasn't been a war here since 1916 with Mexico, Civil War before that. Yeah.
Strudel is going to be called an uncle that for representing a sellout to the furry American community and for not standing on principle. Look, going back, by the way, to your anecdote of the woman who aced the job interview and then showed up dressed up like a tiger. Who did that young woman think she was? Former Oregon Democratic Congressman David Wu. That's going deep into the Wayback Machine there.
Wow.
But the guy who
She dressed like a tiger.
So there, it just.
Can you believe how easy it was for ABC4 to just go find some? What was that? Was that a fox?
All right. We don't need to dive into that anymore. We just know that our society is just struggling on so many levels. Speaking of struggling, okay, this really bothered me here. I want to unpack this really quick because, hey, Boosh, good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Let's see. We've talked about Trump's penis. We've talked about furries. We've talked about gender seasons. So I hope you're doing well. Nas being a sexy giant bat almost makes me forget that my people hate his people. See, we can all get along in certain ways. So speaking of this ass backwards country of ours where people think that they're entitled to everything. I want to unpack this video because this video really bothered me. I don't know why my Jen is so obsessed with finding their identities. Yeah, I blame the internet too. I don't know if this was something that was that was just gonna pop up anyway, and the internet just made it move quicker. I don't know, but you're absolutely right. It's funny that these mutants get offended and are bewildered why they shouldn't get hired in a tiger suit. No, that's true. And I'm going to talk about this too. This woman is trying to make a bigger issue than it is. And I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on a second. Let's just play this real quick. This was going around the interwebs. This woman right here says it's impossible to find jobs right now, but I'm gonna tell you where she's trying to play the victim. Now, honestly, I get why somebody wouldn't want to hire her. There are certain places that I feel like I have tattoos. I cover mine up at work. These you cannot cover up, and this is a little much. This is a little scary for certain, groups of people to be around. Like elderly people might think this is scary. Anyway, she is saying it's impossible to find jobs right now. However, there's something in this that she's not, or on the surface, it looks like she's being judged on how she looks, but hold on a second. She's definitely not. Now, how do we apply for jobs now? We don't any longer apply in person. So my daughter's trying to find a job, and we had went into the movie theater a couple months ago before she turned 16, and we wanted a job application. Well, it's not like that anymore. Everything's online. So you do everything online, and they look at your resume or lack thereof because she's never had a job before, and then they decide to call you. Okay. I've never put down on my resume what I look like or any of it. You don't even need to put down your. Now, I do believe though that when you apply for the movie theater, I think it does ask you your race. But that's it. She has decided she never wants to deal with money or any responsibilities whatsoever. Oh yeah, it's so funny because I found this on Twitter, and then I was going through my TikTok For You page, because this is where I find a lot of my shit, and she popped up on there, so I was able to find her page, and I went through some of her videos, and she's just a hot mess. She's a hot mess. I wonder if I can get a dope job if I identify as a Black, queer, lesbian, furry. You sure can. I blame Democrats. They're brainwashed from TV, movies, school media, and social media. Pretty much. Face tattoos are really hard to look past, both professionally and literally. I agree with you. Cattle nose ring tester. True. So here, I'm going to tell you why I have a problem with this video.
So I wanted to come on here and talk about something that is really starting to annoy me. So I applied for a job at TJ Maxx a few weeks ago, and
okay, so right there, I'm pretty sure with any job application, it's all online now. Everything I want to say you submit online, okay? Keep that in mind here.
They denied my application. They couldn't even call me. They just sent me.
They denied my application. So once again, I'm pretty sure that this was an online application that they denied.
Me some automated email. So I went in today and I was like,
so now she goes in. So they denied her request online, not seeing what she looked like, right?
So what was the reason I didn't get hired? And she was like, oh, like you just like don't have enough experience. There was candidates that had like more.
Okay, so now I'm going to flip where first of all, they denied her. And I first of all, you would think that the reason why she didn't get the job is what she looks like, right? But they didn't see what she looked like. So they're not really that into you. But at the same time, I am going to agree with her on this next statement here. Because what I think she's telling herself is that she didn't get the job because of how she looks, but that's not actually the case.
More experience than you. And, you know, I asked her if it was about my tattoos, obviously, because
now she asked about if it was about her tattoos, which it couldn't have been because this was an automatic response. So that verifies that this was online because she got an automated response back that she didn't have an experience or whatever, that they didn't accept her application. So she's asking if it's about her tattoos. They wouldn't have known that she had tattoos. So no, but see, she's automatically going there and playing the victim.
You know, a lot of places don't like tattoos. She said that wasn't the reason. I don't feel like that's true, but whatever.
Okay. Hear me out. Once again, she just said that she thinks she didn't get hired because of her tattoos. When she applied and was denied, it was all done online virtually, so they never knew what she looked like. So she is taking it a step further, playing the victim that she didn't get the job because of her tattoos, even though they didn't know she had tattoos when she was hired, okay? That's what we get out here on the internet, this victim blaming. Look at, I have tattoos and people are judgy against me.
I'll leave it at that. So I'm just wondering how like teenagers and young adults who haven't had a job before, how are they supposed to get employed if these places are only hiring people with experience?
Now, I will agree with her on that. So many, many, many years ago, Cannoli was trying out what was interviewing. He did like a working interview with a company and he had no experience at all, but he was willing to learn. And he did a ride along with them and the whole thing. And they ended up not hiring him due to lack of experience. So my biggest thing from that point on was like, this person is right in the sense that somebody has to give you an opportunity in order for you to have experience, right? So I do agree with her in the sense, and I do worry about that with my daughter. where she has no resume. You all have to start somewhere, and somebody has to be willing to give you a chance. I knew a chick who looked exactly like this, and she was the dumbest person I ever met. They have zero responsibility to hire this person. Exactly. And the fact that they denied her application based upon what she submitted and not how she looked. But she's taking it a step further and saying it's because of her tattoos, but they didn't know she had any. They will say whatever to play victim. Absolutely. Tuesday, I do an interview for the second part of a process, and it's over webcam, so possible. I really hope you get it. Let's all pray for Whitey getting a job. The other person has been doing this for 15 years longer than you. It's my tattoos, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. How friggin' delusional are you? How delusional are you to where you think it's your tattoos when they didn't even know you had tattoos? It was all based on your experience, which I think is how we should hire people for certain positions, based on what experience you have. But there also has to be those companies out there, movie theaters, fast food joints and stuff that are willing to give teenagers an opportunity, because people do have to start somewhere. She also chose to look like this. It's 100% decision. And what job is it? Oh, it's working at TJ Maxx. So that's like a woman's store, clothes, housing stuff, shoes. Like it's like a Ross, TJ Maxx, it's like clothing and home goods, if you will. So, I mean, she could get a job there, but if we don't know what she was applying for. Maybe she was applying for a more management position. I'm not sure. It's called lying on your resume, you dum-dum. Yeah, no kidding. Although my daughter can't lie on her resume because she has nothing she has nothing. She just turned 16, but yeah, why not? You should. Just fabricate a little bit. I think it's perfectly acceptable for an employee to reject you based on your stupid life choices. Yeah, I agree. As someone who used to hire and manage for a team of 400 plus, let me say this. When locations are hiring, they're often sorting through dozens, if not hundreds of application. Experience matters. See, yeah, I'm worried about that with my daughter because she has no experience at all. If Joel's case, just lie and say she worked for a relative's bakery. You know what? That does make sense. I do like that. That would work. That would work. I'm sure McDonald's. Yeah, so she applied for the movie theater over here. There's a store, I don't know if you guys have them where you are, called Five Below. It's a cute little store. I'm also thinking, so we shop every week at this Walmart up the road from us. It's a nice Walmart, and she knows the store like the back of her hand. And so we're thinking maybe like they would let her pack the grocery orders, for people who do pickups. I don't know. We're going to look. We're just going to start putting out resumes and see what happens. Potential also matters. You could whittle them down about 75% on resume alone. When do group interviews just to screen? Okay. She's deluded. She should get her CDL. Yeah, why not drive a truck? Absolutely. Absolutely. She totally could just be a truck driver. Why not? Why not? It's a perfect job for her. You're absolutely right. They also won't hire males for the outfitting areas, likely because of how comfortable do you think a male would make you feel trying on bras and judging bust size? Makes sense. How are they supposed to get work? Easy answer, accept any job. That's what a lot of folks do over time. That is true too. You kind of just have to work your way up, and you have to kind of start with the shit jobs. Absolutely. You have to start somewhere to get higher. A job application is really a competition. If nobody who applied had any experience, maybe they would hire her. If nobody who, yeah, that it is. It's a huge competition. Nice Walmart are nice. Ghetto Walmarts are okay. So I have two different Walmarts that are the same distance from me, right? One's north of me. It's beautiful. I love it. It's clean. The people are. Then I have one the same direction south of me, and it is like hood, totally hood, like. But I'd gone to both, but I did get yelled at the hood one when I was pregnant with my daughter because I was trying to turn the cart around and my belly got in the way. And I just almost grazed this little boy who was like in the aisle when I was trying to turn around. And the mother came at me and was like, "What the fuck is your problem? You almost hit my kid." And the kid was like, "No, Mom, she didn't hit me. I'm fine." "You shut up. She almost hit you." And I was like, oh my God, I had no room. I had this big belly and anyway. So I don't like that Walmart, but yes, there are different Walmarts. We hired based on requirements of the job and skill, personality, potential. I've hired people with tons of experience, people with none, and people who haven't worked in years. I'm looking for balance. Yeah, I think everybody does need an opportunity. Sheen can also be a career for an elderly relative. Okay. Oh, she can also be she's been, okay. Oh, that makes sense. An elder. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I like that. When your daughter applies, send the pic of Zach showing his shoulders and intimidate them and giving her the job. And I'll send Canolian with her, who's 6'5". Your daughter will be okay. If you have a Chick-fil-A near you, see if they'll be hiring. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know about Five Below. We do have a Chick-fil-A right by us. And I also want to apply her for jobs in our area because she doesn't drive. So I want it to be convenient for us to be able to drive her. The Chick-fil-A by us, they are always so nice. They look like they love working there. So I will have to say that I might have to try that. Hi, Psychotic Mongoose. Good to see you. So how do the dog people get jobs? I think they don't go in their dog costumes. I was going to ask you how you would rate your decision-making skills, but I think I have my answer already. We'll finish this out, and then I guess we'll close up with Dempsey's song. Hold on one second.
So younger people just can't get a job because they haven't worked enough. So they'll deny a 16-year-old a job because they don't have enough work experience. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, me either. But I think that the places that you have to apply at the right place as a 16-year-old. There are certain companies who will hire a 16-year-old. Chick-fil-A has their shit together as a company, always busy around here. Yeah, same. Mine's always great. The In-N-Out around the corner from us, they have their shit together too. Those people always seem like they're oh, okay, but I'll play your song. You might as well. Let's play your song. Don't copyright me though, Dempsey. Anyway, so we'll see what the job journey has to offer for her. In the meantime, let's play Dempsey's song. It's 3 minutes and then we'll close out the show. So if everybody wants to enjoy Dempsey's song, hold on, let's pull this over here so I can pull it up easier. All right, hold on. And then we're also going to, Sassy gets sued. Yeah, Dempsey better not sue me. Anyway, here's Dempsey's new song. We're going to play it on the show, and then we will wrap up with some plugs and all of that. This is my first time listening to it too. Nope. Where are you? There you are. All right, let's enjoy Dempsey's song. Okay, hold on. To continue Nas's statement, flattery goes a long way. Customers love it. And if you're confident enough to flatter during your interview, I know you'll be confident to say what you need to. That makes sense. I like that. That makes sense. All right, I'm going to do this. And Very nice. Thank you so much for letting me share that on the show. Everybody, there's the link. So go check out Dempsey and his new song. And just got back. What is this? Just got back from driving home. So we're listening to German Christmas songs. Yes, we are. I'm wanting to bring. Anyway, sorry, I was reading something out loud. You're welcome. Are you kidding? You are always every Sunday hang out on my show. You are one of the biggest supporters of my streams and this channel. It's the least I could do. It's the least I can do, Dempsey. I really appreciate you. Oh, bye, Black Lives. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your week. We're wrapping up here too. I'm going to plug a couple of things, just like Grandma used to play for us when we was kids. Anyway, Dempsey, that's a great song. I like it. Everybody check that out. I'm going to, let's see real quick. I've got to grab a link for something real quick for our friends. Hold on. Hang on. All right, hold on. How do I do this? Just a second. Just a moment. Hold on. I want to share a link. I was trying to be all on top of it, but I'm not. And if I could spell. Holy crap. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, let's share this. Here we go. Share, copy link. Okay, so our friends Left Eye Ego and Shiro are coming up this afternoon. I'm going to post the link. I think I have to do it. Can I do it this way? Let's see. Paste. Okay. So Shiro and Left Eye Ego are live over on Ego's channel. So this is, let's see, what time does it start? It starts at 3:05. It's about an hour and a half, 3:05 Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to check that out, go hang out with them. And Cannoli and Company are doing, they're back next week, tomorrow. They were off last week, but they're back tomorrow night with another MMM, and they are reviewing the first Sonic movie because that Knuckles TV show has come out. So they're going to talk about Sonic over on MMM tomorrow night. Let's see, if you missed it last Friday over on Cannoli's channel, we did a Cannoli Connection. We interviewed Lance from Outcast Creatives about his newest book on the Hillsborough disaster. It was an intense disaster. I watched the movie he recommended, and then I read his book that led up to the play he wrote. Very interesting if you want to check that out. If you want to check out anything on my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Please tell all your friends. Write my channel on the bathroom walls wherever you go. I'm really trying to get my numbers higher. I'm like holding steady, but I need a good push. So do whatever you have to do. All right. Anyway, so MMM tomorrow night. I will be back on Sunday with another Mrs. Sassy Sunday stream. Blair to Blair is showing up as we end. Always good to see you. Thank you, everybody who hung out with me today. Dom, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I don't think you're here anymore, but that's okay. That's all right. I appreciate you. And also, I'm going to work on a new intro for my show of me saying stupid stuff. So we're going to work on that. Those are things that are coming up. And I guess that's it. Anyway, later, Corey, thank you for always being here. Everyone who always supports me, I greatly appreciate you. I can't do this without you. And I'm just trying to find my outro. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. And as always, stay sassy. Bye, guys.